I'm gonna tell you a couple of stories today that's going to make you realize how much financial rape I get into. Gersonzero here, and welcome back to another episode of Eating with Zero. Disclaimer, my son is in the background, so as I speak, you're probably gonna hear a little munchkin in the background too. Today, I'm gonna be eating strawberries with bananas because I'm really not hungry, so I wanted to have a little snack, so I decided to have this. Now, in the comments section, just be sure to tell me what you're eating for lunch or dinner today, or whenever you're watching this video, even if it's for breakfast. A couple of things happened to me recently that really pissed me the heck off. I don't know if you guys already knew, but my TV has had some issues within the past 6 months, I would say. Occasionally, I would hear a lot of static noise coming from the speaker, right? The internal speaker of the TV. Sometimes you'll also see flickering lines. A lot of the times the flickering lines would be in sync with the static sound that you would hear. Say I'm playing a game and I have the volume higher than normal. Any noise that the game creates, the louder it is, the worse the static sound would be, and it was quite annoying. What I did to combat that issue was to simply turn the volume down, right? That's what I would do. Sometimes I would have to turn off the TV altogether and just not use it. As time went on, it got worse and worse and worse to the point where the TV was shut down. Being the moron that I am and not wanting to spend any money because the funds simply aren't there, I opened the TV by myself. Now when I opened up the television, first thing that came to mind was maybe it's dirty inside. Maybe there's dust on the board. Maybe I could clean that stuff out with some air cans. So I opened it up and of course it's clean. There's not a speck of dust on there. And I'm like, okay, well I do clean the TV, so that makes sense, right? I said, okay, well, since there's a lot of static noise coming from the speakers, maybe I can disconnect the speakers from the television, like as in rip them out, and maybe that will fix the problem. So that's exactly what I did. I removed the actual speakers from the TV, and voila, it fixed the problem. You know, the issue was just not happening anymore. But the problem was that now that there was no static because of no speakers, I had no sound. So I bought a sound bar, right? Everything was fine and dandy. But then, the TV stopped turning on. It just stopped working altogether. What happened, baby? No, go over there, baby. I said, okay, maybe it overheated. Maybe I gotta let it cool down, and letting it cool down would fix the problem, right? I've had that before where it turned off, but deep down I knew it wasn't gonna fix the problem. So what happened? Left it off for the whole day. I told my wife, hey, while I'm at work, do not turn on the TV. She was like, okay, cool. I got home from work and guess what? It didn't turn on. The big screen did not turn on in the living room. And I was like, okay, I think this thing is dead. This is the kicker for all you gamers out there. I recently completed Final Fantasy 15. Alright, I raped that game. Alright, 115 hours. Clocked in. Did everything in that game. Tackled every quest, every dungeon, everything in that game got raped. What did I do when I completed that game? Started writing the review. And I bought this game. I said, okay, so as I'm writing the review for Final Fantasy 15, and then I do the editing for the review, I'm going to be playing and capturing footage of Persona 5. And it died! My TV died, bro! It did! It died the day after I bought this game! I wasted money on the game, basically. So, you know, I told my wife, look, I'm gonna buy a TV in June. Alright, I'm gonna buy a TV. I may not buy a 55-inch because that's what I had before. I think I might go like maybe 47. And she was like, okay, cool, but don't you gotta get the car repaired? And I told her, well, honey, you know, I'm saving up for the car repairs too. I've been saving up for the car repairs since maybe, yeah, like 6 months. So around the same time that my TV started to mess up, the car started having some issues. The exhaust pipe fell. I turn on the car, it's louder than normal. I run the car, it's louder than normal. I step on the gas and it's extremely loud. So I told her, okay, so I'm gonna save up some money and we're gonna get this car fixed. And then after I get the car fixed, we'll start getting stuff like the TV and any of the stuff that we need. I did take the car 6 months ago to a couple of shops and they quoted me saying that, yeah, we can't really change out the muffler or anything like that because you have so much rust on your car that we need to install new piping. And I said, okay, I think these guys are bull crapping me. So I left the shop because they quoted about $1,500 so you can stick this up your butt. I would have said the ASS word, but my son is in the background. Maybe they're not lying. Maybe that quote is correct. This past weekend, as of this recording, my wife slept over her mother's house. So I dropped her off Friday after work, and then Saturday evening I went to pick up my wife. So I'm driving, I hear, I'm like, what the hell? Let me give you a more accurate representation on how it sounded. Imagine that. So I'm driving and I'm like, there's something dragging. And I'm hoping it's a bunch of stringed up, tied up cans. But that's not the case. Not with my luck. Not with my luck, right? I pull over. I check under the car. And my muffler is dragging. I gotta get home ASAP. This thing's about to fall off. So, tell my wife get in the car. She gets in the car. Put my son in the car, by the way, which is 2. Driving. I can't even go a minute driving without a pedestrian telling me that my muffler's dragging. And I'm like, yeah, thanks, I know. So, I drop her off. I park my car. And I'm like, I'll call my dad, right? The miracle man. I call my dad. I go, Dad, my muffler's dragging, bro. He's like, damn, it's dragging? I go, yeah, it's dragging, bro. He's like, all right, I'll be there. Look at the car. We ripped the muffler off because there's no way it can go back without any welding tools or anything like that. He's like, I mean, you don't really need a muffler right now until you do your inspection. I'm like, bro, my car is mad loud. If I turn the car on at 5 in the morning when I'm going to work and I'm parked in front of my building, it's gonna wake up the whole building. So I'm driving the car without a muffler. Because, my wife was like, you can go ahead and just take the bus, just move the car in the morning. And then just take the bus to work. I'm like, bro, I'm not living that bus life, man. Like, you don't understand. That bus life that I used to live was not good, all right? I hated taking the bus. The bus was the worst thing to ever happen, all right? I don't know about you guys, but when I take the bus, whenever there's some person there that looks like they need a seat like an old man, and they stand right in front of me, they're trying to throw guilt my way if I could give them my seat. I'm like, bro, I got a long ride. I ain't getting up. So you know what I do? I put my headphones on and I close my eyes. I'm like this. And then occasionally I'll go like this. Look. And then when I still feel the presence of the old people in front of me or near me within proximity of my seat, I'll do the trick that we all did when we were kids. The trick that made us think that we were special. Something that we thought only we can do as kids. Like this, look. Barely open your eyes. The old people around me, they more than likely don't have 20/20 vision. So me doing that trick, they're gonna fall for it, okay? They're not gonna know that I'm really looking to see if they left or not. And then, of course, when the next stop comes and I see some more old people, I'll go like this. That's what you gotta do, bro, if you want to keep your seat. Alright, I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a jerk for doing that, but that's how I roll. Alright? Like I told you before, I wake up at 5:10 in the morning to wake up, go to hell, aka go to work. By 5:30, get into my car and I'll drive to work. Get there at 5:50, and then I'll go upstairs and make sure I'm signed in by 6. That's how 5 out of my 7 days of the week go. Alright? Rinse and repeat. But one day this week, and this is where I realize I'm screwed. Put the alarm like I normally do. I put like 4 or 5 alarms and I go to sleep. And I woke up a few times in the middle of the night because it was quite cold. And it's pretty dark outside. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go back to sleep. Wake up again. I'm like, oh, damn, so cold. Go back to sleep. The third time that I woke up, right, there was a lot of light outside. Now, mind you, this was last week, all right, after they gave me the final written warning at work. I'm in my bed, and I'm like, damn, it's mad cold. Oh, man, it's cold. Why is there so much light outside? You know, I go like this, you know. It's 6:10! It's 6:10! I'm like, I told my wife, wake up, it's 6! Did you turn off the alarm? And she's like, no, I thought you put the alarms. And I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna fire me. And then I run into the bathroom, and I call my job. I'm like, you know, like the video calling out, where I actually call Heather, and I tell her I'm not coming in, you know? So Heather picks up, right? She's like, thanks for calling, how can I help? And I'm like, and at that point, the gears and the cogs are moving in my brain, right? I hang up, I go, wait a minute. If I report that I'm late, and that I'm coming in at 7, an hour late, it's gonna flag me faster. It's basically gonna report to whoever's in charge of calling out and latenesses. It's gonna report to them a lot faster that I came in an hour late. So I'm like, why am I worried? I don't care. What am I doing? Why am I worried? So, you know, at that point, I take my time to put my clothes on. I get to work. I get to work at 7. You know, I see my supervisor. My supervisor says, hey, what's up? Hey, man. Sign in like it's normal. Put my headset on, start taking calls. My friend is like, you had vacation? I go, nah, bro. I don't got vacation. You use sick time for an hour? I go, no, I don't have time. You came in an hour late. I go, yeah, bro, I came in an hour late. I think I've sped up my demise. I think that's what happened, right? So guys, I think I'm gonna end the video here. I don't want to drag it too much. You know, I don't have much to say other than reporting that I have no TV, I have no muffler, and I have no time for the first hour of that day last week, bro. So I'm gonna end the video here, and again, be sure to let me know in the comments what you ate today while you watch this video. Later, guys.